Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is a recent release from Yen Press. We're going to be diving into their manga more. Really appreciative of this, and this is the first review that we have from them. So this is Star Wars Rebels, Volume 1, based off the animated series. And it's actually kind of cool in that, I don't know manga all that well. So, it's a whole genre, style comic I'm still kind of getting used to. Would love your suggestions if anyone's got suggestions of what I should check out. So it's nice to kind of ease into the type of comic with material that I know, that I can kind of grow into it that way. So I thought I'd start with something familiar with Star Wars Rebels Volume 1, which was released, I think, in comic shops the previous week. It's now digitally released on platforms like Comixology. And it adapts the series. This is a straight-up pretty solid adaptation of the animated series. So it's art by Akira Aoki. And it's cool. It's a nice, simple... I'm not gonna, it doesn't really deviate all that much from the series. The art is pretty solid, and while it's been many years since I have watched it, from what I remember, this follows at least the first episode, maybe the first couple, pretty well. So Star Wars Rebels, takes place after the fall of the Empire, the fall of the Jedi. The rise of the Empire, but before the Rebel Alliance really kind of gets going. So there's some pockets here and there of resistance to the Empire. And this is about one group whose leader is also a Jedi, and he kind of keeps it hidden fairly well. And it really focuses around a young man named Ezra Bridger, who joins up with this kind of rebel group to try to help his planet, and then also, it turns out Ezra is Force sensitive and will get trained under his new master. And it's a great animated series. If you haven't watched it, check out the animated series. The manga itself, I think, is really solid adaptation. It's interesting in the style for me. This is generally a different art style than I know from Western comics. And I thought this one was very particularly interesting in that it seems to bounce between the cute manga at times. I think the proper terms are kawaii, if I think that's the right term, and then kind of that more traditional fight manga with the really expressive action and crazy overdone style and emphasis on stuff. And going between the two, I think, was really, really interesting for me. And I dug it. I think it works really well, and that action kind of is emphasized more, and you kind of get a little bit more of a connection with the cute stuff. And it's a good example of that. So perfect action, I think, is really awesome. Is we get Kanan busting out his lightsaber and revealing that he's a Jedi as he's about to put the beat down on some Imperial soldiers. So that would be what I would consider that more traditional action as far as manga. And then you've got this was depiction of a Wookiee that you can kind of see as the more cute-ish style. And for me, that's totally fine. I think the art is really solid. It does a great job of taking the cartoon series and really adapt it to the manga look. For me, this was cool. This was actually really cool. I really dig it. Knowing the source material, I think, helped me a bit to dive a little bit more into manga. I'm really excited to kind of see what else is out there. And for then, anyone else, this might be a great way to dive into that as well, if you know the animated series. For those who are into Star Wars and never watched the animated series, but maybe wants to read a comic, this is cool. It's a really good adaptation. It gets the basic, throws a little bit of a flair into it to give it some style, a little bit more of the manga style, and it's not that expensive. It's $13. It's a nice, fairly inexpensive thing to pick up and read. So yeah, I dig it. I'm excited to read more of it. I'm really excited to see if they deviate from the animated series at all. I kind of doubt they will. But I think knowing what's to come for the animated series done in a manga style is going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really cool. So, as a Star Wars fan, as a fan of Star Wars Rebels, I'm giving it the thumbs up. I like it. It's a nice adaptation, and for someone who's still fairly new to manga, it's a nice introduction way to kind of get into the groove of it. So excited to check out more of this series and more Yen Press releases out there. I want to thank Yen Press for hooking us up with this. We really, really appreciate it. Now, if you want your own copy of Star Wars Rebels Volume 1, we got some links underneath this video where you can go and purchase. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, but really you should go support your comic shop. We got a link beneath that as well, this video, where you put in your zip code and it'll tell the shops near you. Go do that, and then, if you don't have a shop near you, then hit up the affiliate links. Again, want to thank Yen Press for the review copy. I want to thank you for watching. Much appreciated. If you want the latest Yen Press news, manga news, comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, use the Force. Keep it geeky. Keep on reading those comics and manga. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.